if last year around this time you decided to finally leave your toxic workplace of 4 years because one of your managers tried to go off on you in a condescending tone, and that was your last straw because you were on the edge of a mental break and you needed a break, and you decide to leave. You go and you turn in your 2 weeks notice, and you're going to leave indefinitely. Like, there's no going back from this. And then they send HR over to talk to you about staying and going on demand of what is going to keep you on a schedule. You just have to work every once in a blue moon. So you just agree, even though it's like if you don't work in 6 months, you like just go out of the system. So yeah, okay, cool. They call you every once in a blue moon and you pick up the shifts when you can, and that's cool for you because you really are like getting this place out of your system because it's hard, to leave places that you've been at for a long time. Fast forward to you just finally getting to the idea of, I'm just going to let this place go. And you've been praying to God about what is it that you need to let go of. And as soon as you pray this prayer, you get a call on March 12th, 2024, saying, can you come in on Thursday, March 14th, 2024? You say, okay, I'll come in. And you're having your mind that I'm going to finally just tell them, I don't want to work here anymore. And that'll be cool. Fast forward to today, March 14th, 2024. You get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because you live 35 minutes away from this place, and you have to be able to do your makeup and get yourself together for this where you're working. So you get up at 5 a.m. You're getting everything together, and you actually are running a little bit behind, but that's okay because traffic and everything, you didn't remember how long it took. So you get there and you try to clock in, and it's saying that you were inactive. You go and you talk to one of your coworkers about this and ask who's on the shift. The person that they tell you to talk to on the phone to find for the shift is not there. They're not there until 10 o'clock. And you got there at 7. So you go and you find another manager and you tell her that it's not letting you clock in. Can we fix that issue first? And she says, oh, well, you're just probably going to have to do a punch correction later. But something in your spirit was not settled with that. So you go talk to another manager and you ask if he can help you. And you try to log in again and you show him multiple times, and he calls the number that they have, and he asks for them to unblock your account or unlock your account because you think it's locked. So they tell you have to wait a certain amount of time. So you're waiting. And while you're waiting, you're over getting yourself together because you're thinking, oh man, maybe because I just haven't been here in a long time is doing that. And maybe like all this is happening because of that. You go back out to the floor. No one knows what you're supposed to be doing because the manager that you talked to on the phone is not there. And he did not leave correct instructions with the people. So you wait for a little bit. And a new manager comes up that you have never met before. And she tells you, oh no, you were actually supposed to come in for this. But you've already started on something else because, you're thinking, oh, well, my account, like he fixed it. Like it didn't say anything on the message saying that I was let go or anything. And you wait a little bit longer and then you can't log in again. So you tell the other team lead when she comes in at 10, I cannot get on here. So you're doing the bare minimum amount of work this whole time because you're like, I'm not doing this if I'm not getting paid. So she tells you, oh, well, I need you to do this. So then another sweet team member comes up and says, oh, well, HR said it's because you have training. You need training to do. So you're thinking, oh, okay, well, my account got locked because of training and all this other stuff. So you go to the back, still trying to figure out your login because this needs to be fixed before I go into the workload that you want me to do. And you go to the back and you try to log in. It says the same thing again. So you ask the team lead and she tells you HR is here. Go talk to them. You go talk to HR and she's trying to help you and y'all are trying to figure out the password, but she keeps trying to send you back on the floor like everybody else because they're saying, oh, you can go to work, it'll get fixed. But you're saying no because What if I'm not in the system? She goes to pull up your name, and it shows clear as day that it says terminated. And she still says, well, that has to be wrong, because you've been here since 7. And you've been trying to figure this out since 7 to get someone to help you, and there's no help because they keep trying to send you back to the floor, but you're like, no, I want to figure this out. So then she asks another member of HR, and they say, oh, she was terminated on the 13th. You got the call on the 12th. You were terminated on the 13th, but we're put on a schedule for the 14th. What sense does that make? So she finds this out and then tells you to go back to the floor. You go to tell the team lead that's there, and you call your mother to see if you were tripping and if they have you messed up. And when she confirms that they don't, you tell your team lead, I'm going to leave. After a customer tries to go off because you don't have single eyeshadow, and you wanted to go off so bad, but the Lord held your tongue because He is faithful. And you tell your team lead you leaving because there is no guarantee that I can pay for this, and this can be taken to higher ups. So I'm going to leave. You're not even trying to be mean or anything because you think it's just a genuine mistake. But then you go to HR and you tell her you're leaving. She writes it down and she's being very nice, nasty. So now you're trying to figure out if you want to take this to corporate or do you want to let God handle it? Is it just me?